And I swear, the vending machine here dispensed what they call chips. But they're not even close to what I expected. It's like Earth is playing a practical joke on my taste buds.
Well Bob, not everything on Earth is designed to meet your intergalactic gourmet standard. Speaking of which, have either of you tried the local cuisine on this planet? I've had my fair share of baguettes in France.
Alice, always finding a way to connect Earth's oddities to your past experiences. You know, I've been practicing those character movements we were talking about earlier. It's like learning a new dance routine.
Alright, everyone, quiet down. We are going live in 10 seconds. Let's get this show on the space road.
And we are back, dear viewers from across the universe. Welcome to Earth, your favorite morning show, beaming live from our spaceship in geostationary orbit around Earth. I am Charlie, your libertarian host with a hopeful outlook on life, joined by the ever-skeptical Bob.
Happy to be here, Charlie. And remember, folk, even though I've been stuck analyzing Earth's financial mess for 12 years, I still have hope for its potential.
The alien who considers humans a peculiar breed. Don't worry, viewers, I've been practicing my tolerance and patience. Kind of.
It's always an adventure with you, Alice. Now, before we delve into today's discussions, let's recap some highlights from our previous episodes. Alice, you've been immersed in your online acting workshops, right?
Yes, indeed. Between takes, I've been retreating to my virtual acting session led by industry experts. A chance to refine my skills and explore new techniques.
And you believe that's going to help you in our interstellar
Absolutely,
news
Bob.
show?
Just like how your intergalactic accounting skills came in handy when we were dissecting that bizarre tax system on Zorblat.
Alright. Let's not forget the invaluable wisdom we gained from Bob's intense film analysis during our breaks. It's like a glimpse into Earth's cinematic soul.
And we're live.
Welcome back, dear viewers. We are thrilled to have you with us as we dive into today's headlines and discussions. Stay tuned for our headlines and more engaging banter coming your way.
The war in Ukraine continues, with no end in sight. The United States and its allies have imposed severe sanctions on Russia. But the war has caused a humanitarian crisis in Ukraine and has disrupted global energy markets.
And in other news, folks, the global economy is like a roller coaster right now. It's facing high inflation, rising interest rates, and supply chain disruptions. The International Monetary Fund just gave it a thumbs down by downgrading its growth forecast for 2023. Where to keep us guessing, economy.
The good old COVID-19 pandemic. It's the guests that just won't leave the party. New variants are showing up like they own the place. The World Health Organization is like the host who keeps reminding us to behave. Saying the pandemic isn't over and we better keep those masks handy.
Speaking of keeping things handy, let's not forget about climate change. It's the global hot topic that's eating up our planet. Extreme weather events are becoming as common as that cup of coffee in the morning. And the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change is here to remind us that we better clean up our act.
Top global news headlines.
Russia-Ukraine war. Heavy fighting continues in eastern Ukraine. Russian forces are just making themselves at home in the Donbas region, while the rest of us are trying to figure out what's going on. The United States and its allies are sending thoughts and prayers, and more military aid, but it seems this war isn't getting the memo about stopping.
And don't you just love a downgrade? The IMF took a look at the global economy and decided it needed a little makeover. So now it's forecasting a growth spurt of 3.6% instead of the 3.8% it was hoping for. I guess even the economy needs a reality check every now and then.
COVID-19 pandemic. Who warned pandemic is not over. You know, it's like that guest who just won't leave the party, no matter how many times you drop hints. The World Health Organization is giving us its best I told you so look. saying the pandemic isn't over yet. And just when we thought we could finally ditch the hand sanitizer.
Climate change, IPCC warns of urgent action. Here's a fun fact, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change is like the ultimate reality check on climate change. They are telling us we've got a narrow window of opportunity to save our planet. So, anyone up for some eco-friendly spaceship upgrades?
Highlights of specific
China's
noteworthy
economy
events.
slowdown. China's economy decided to take a leisurely stroll instead of a sprint. Growing by a whopping 0.4% in the second quarter. It's like they've hit the snooze button on economic growth. Maybe they're onto something. Why rush when you can take your time?
Sri Lanka declares bankruptcy. Sri Lanka is having a going out of business sale. Declaring bankruptcy and becoming Asia's trendsetter. They've got the whole everything must go vibe going on. Thanks to rising debt, a dash of foreign exchange shortage, and a sprinkle of economic crisis. Bargain hunters, take note.
Hurricane Dorian met landfall in the Bahamas. Hurricane Dorian decided it wanted a beach vacation, making a splashy entrance in the Bahamas. Talk about death crashing. The Category 5 storm left its mark, causing widespread damage and giving it as a reminder that nature's the ultimate party crasher. Ladies and gentlemen, aliens and extraterrestrials, welcome to 24/7 Newsroom. I'm Charlie, the guy who believes in life, liberty, and the pursuit of good laughs.
And I am Bob, your conservative bean counter who's here to make sure every cent counts and every punchline lands.
And I'm Alice, your left-leaning observer of Earth's peculiar ways. Let's dive into today's news, shall we?
So, the Greek ice cream market is worth 250 million euros. That's a lot of money, but it's still not enough to buy a decent cup of coffee in Athens.
Hey there, intergalactic voyagers, welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. I am Charlie, your cosmic optimist, and it's time to dive into the next story that has cooked up for years.
And I am Bob, the guy who believes competition's the spice of life. Let's see what's got us all fired up
And
this
I'm Alice,
time.
the voice of reason and reality check. So, strap in, because things are about to get interesting.
Hey, cosmic travelers, welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. I am Charlie, your guide through the Earth's roller coaster of events.
And I am Bob, your ticket to the thrill ride. Let's strap in for another story that's got Earth buzzing.
And I'm Alice, your reality check, reminding you that Earth might be a wild ride. But we're here to make sense of it all.
Yeah, it's like Earth's version of The Wire. Except instead of drug dealers and cops, it's unionists and politicians. And instead of Baltimore, it's Guinea.
Welcome back, intergalactic viewers, from our brief commercial journey. Now, let's dive into a headline that's as punchy as my luck. Get this, Guyana's petroleum bill passes, but not without some farewell for thought. Oh, that's right, Bob, Alice, Debbie, and the rest of the universe. Hold on to your space helmets.
Well, Charlie, it seems like Guyana's been making some move. But did you know that Guyana is home to the world's tallest wooden church? Talk about reaching for the skies.
Bob, you've really nailed the punchline with that one. And speaking of reaching, did you know Guyana has more bird species than any other country? They sure have a thing for feathered friends.
That's just what Earth needs, more birds to keep the cow alive. And while we're at it, did you hear that Guyana is also the only English-speaking country in South America? They must really love their tea and crumpets.
Alice, you've got a point there. But let's not forget that Guyana's petroleum bill has some of its own crude disagreements. It's like they're competing for the spotlight with all their trivia.
Well, speaking of disagreements, the crew better get their act together with these technical glitches. Ship's AI is acting like it's had too much caffeine today.
You know, amid all this chaos, I'm starting to question the value of my workshop. Are they really making a difference, or just another drop in the cosmic
Alice,
ocean?
don't let a little turbulence shake your belief in the power of knowledge. And while we are talking about power, it's clear Guyana's dealing with its own kind of power play.
That's right, Charlie. It's like Guyana's saying, hold my petroleum, and let's see where this bill takes us. Maybe they're just trying to keep up with Earth's
So,
colorful
there you have it,
spectrum.
folks. Guyana's petroleum bill is stirring up more than just debates, it's a snapshot of the struggles and triumphs that make our world go round. Stay tuned for more cosmic insights after this short break. And don't worry, folks, Ships AI is getting its act together.
Yeah, we're not so different after all. Except for the fact that I am not a sanctimonious prick who thinks he has the moral authority to tell everyone else how to live their life.